My name is John. I'm from Rochester Hills.
John, can you please tell everyone what brought you into Balanced Living Chiropractic?
Yes, I had incredible numbness down my right arm. That was really affecting my life. And it was not just numb, it was constant pain and nonstop, pretty much.
How long did you have that for?
Since about the middle of the summer, I would say mid-May. Now, I had a pinched nerve many years ago, diagnosed by a neurologist. I suspected it was a pinched nerve. Back then, it wasn't nearly as intense. They didn't do anything about it. Put me on painkillers, which didn't work, and I more or less lived with it. But it wasn't that bad. It was manageable, and it mostly came about when I was sitting at a computer for long periods of time, and I found if I slouched, it would go away. But in the summer, just out of nowhere, I don't know how I did it, all of a sudden it was constant numbness, to the point that I was worried that it might be something more serious than a pinched nerve. So that's all about how I went about coming in here.
And we started care with you in August, and can you tell people what are the changes you've noticed? How did the care go?
The care was excellent. I went in there initially for like 3 visits a week for a period of maybe a month. And I have to admit, it wasn't anything dramatic, but I was a little skeptical. I have friends who have chiropractors who don't do the same type of work that Dr. Sakala does. He's more unconventional, Eurospinalogy or whatever. And they were kind of, well, geez, I don't know, dude. But I kept with it. I trusted him. I read his reviews. It seemed like a legit practice, so I stayed with it. And over time, I started to notice a difference until finally, after maybe 4 months, it's completely gone now. The numbness is completely gone. I was initially, again, 3 times a week for a month. Then we went to 2 times a week for a while. Then it was 1 time a week. And I would say by mid-November, it was completely gone.
Yeah, very good. Did you try any other treatments before you came here?
Well, yeah, I tried heat and ice and mostly moving my arms around, raising my arm above my head. I found that when I drove, if I did this, it would, but it didn't really help. Yeah. And I considered the neurologist, but then I wasn't ready to do any massive spine surgery or anything like that. And they didn't have any other ways of fixing it, to my knowledge. At least they didn't 10 years ago when they diagnosed it initially.
Right. And then is there anything else you want to tell people that you would consider coming here?
Just that, hey, it works. This guy is totally legit, great practice, a very professional staff, and it's quick. He's always on time. You're not waiting forever. It's very simple. He doesn't crack your back or anything. He uses instruments that are a little unconventional, but again, it works. You go in initially, he takes the spine x-ray, shows you the gaps in the problems you're having and how your spine's going, and then after you're there a while and over a few adjustments, he shows you the improvements, and it's amazing. It shows you right there on the x-rays your improvements.